Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message, and I want to let you know, when you are an outspoken person, you will be rejected, you will be despised, you will be an irritant to a lot of people, you will get heavily rejected by a lot of people, you will be misunderstood, you will be misjudged, you will be ostracized. People do not like anybody that makes them feel uncomfortable. When you begin to confront people, certain people, about things they've said, things that they've done, when somebody asks you a direct question of how you feel about a particular thing, and you tell them 100% the truth, and you don't flinch, and you are not afraid, you come out and say exactly how you feel, you will not be liked. Outspoken and very direct people are not popular people. I need you all to understand this, and I need you all to know this. Now, let me make something very clear. When you are an outspoken and blunt and direct person, this does not mean that you go around just blabbing your mouth and saying whatever comes to your mind. This does not mean that you tell people every single thing that you're thinking, and every single thing that you see, and every single thing that you know. You have to use discretion. You have to check the temperature of the people around you. You have to see where you are, because you know, just like I know, and the Bible makes it very clear that kind words turn away wrath. So you do have to be careful what you say, because it can evoke anger and rage in certain people, and then that opens a door for something else. But I'm not talking about being that type of a person. I'm talking about you're the type of person, when you are confronted with something that is very serious and you need to speak up and speak out about it, you have no shame in doing it. You have no fear in doing it. You are not embarrassed to tell people what you think about something, how you feel about something, and you do not fear conflict. You do not fear falling out with people. And one of the other main reasons why an outspoken and direct person is hated and they are despised by many people is when they announce that they are a believer or follower of Christ. A lot of Christians in 2024, they have become extremely tight-lipped. They don't want to tell people that they're saved. They don't want to tell people they're a believer. They don't want to tell people what God requires of us to get to heaven and to be in good standing with Him. But I'm here to tell you today, if you consider yourself, or you have been deemed a outspoken person, you need to pat yourself on the back. You need to be proud of that. You don't become arrogant, but you need to be proud of that, because we live in a world of a lot of cowards. There are a lot of cowards. People are worried about losing friends. People are worried about who likes them. People are worried about that certain man. You know, when it comes to certain Christian women, oh, I can't say that because he's going to lose attraction to me. He's not going to like me. People want you to shut up. They want you to be seen, and they don't want you to be heard. I need you all to know, when you are silent in the face of evil, whatever the evil is, God is going to hold you accountable. I need to let you know that when you have relationships with certain people, family members, friends, your children, co-workers, people in the kingdom of God, when there is something, meaning an issue, and you do not tell that person the truth about how they are and what they've done, you will be held accountable. Don't ever be the type of person that is what they say is passive aggressive. You let a lot of stuff pass you by, and then there are bouts and moments where you just become extremely aggressive and you start lashing out because you've been holding in a lot of things for a long time. For those of you who are passive aggressive, I'm telling you in this video message, you've got to be in a place. You've got to learn. You've got to navigate, and you've got to be okay with becoming an outspoken person, but in the right way and for the right reasons. You don't ever allow this world or people who know you to shut you up. You don't allow anybody to make you tuck your tail behind your legs or between your legs and you back away from standing for something and for standing for truth. you unapologetically continue to speak up and speak out about things that you know are right. There's a saying that old people have. The saying is, when somebody is talking a lot, you will hear certain people say, oh, you know what? They talking loud and they not saying anything. And that's actually a fact. There are some people who talk a lot. They talk a lot. They're what you call long-winded. But when they talk, or the more that they talk, there is nothing critical or important or interesting coming out of their mouth. They are not giving life-changing information. They are not giving information that is helping people to become better for the better, or for the long haul and for the bigger picture. A lot of people that talk, a lot of people that have platforms, a lot of people that have influence, a lot of people that are popular, when they talk, they spew out hate. They spew out wickedness. They are teaching and training people to go down a road of destruction and ruin. But then there are some of us, there are a lot of you all out here, you are an outspoken person, and you don't care about somebody cutting you off. You don't care about conflict confronting you. You don't care about people coming to you and saying, hey, listen, you can't talk about that. You can't say this. You can't say that. You can't bring up God. I remember years ago, this was years ago, I had an old friend that I used to hang with, and I've talked about this before, but because some of you all are new here, I'm going to tell the story again. This friend, we were at a gathering with a bunch of people that we went to high school with, and there was some other people in the neighborhood that had connected with us, and we were just hanging out, having some fun, and I started talking about God. I don't know what led to the conversation. I don't know what opened up the door of conversation, but I believe somebody made a statement or somebody asked me a question, and so I started talking about God. I think somebody asked me like why I didn't do a particular thing, and so I just started explaining to them my belief in God and my relationship with God. This particular guy friend, he pulled me to the side. He said, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. And he pulled me aside, and it was just me and him, and he said, listen, don't talk about that God S word. Okay, you know the cuss word I'm talking about. But he said, don't talk about that God-ish. Don't bring up God. Don't be talking about all that. I said, excuse me, and why not? What is the problem? He said, because people don't want to hear all of that, Kiki. People don't want to hear about all that. They don't want to hear about God. They don't want to hear about no Bible. They don't want to hear about church. It make people uncomfortable. It was then in that second that I knew this was not really my friend. I also knew that there was a demon speaking through that friend. And I also knew that it was a way through that spirit that was in him. It was a way to try to shame me because I was outspoken and I was unapologetic about talking about my relationship with Christ. And so what I'm telling you is that you may not necessarily be an outspoken person when it comes to talking about Jesus Christ. You may just be an outspoken person when it comes to human rights. You may be an outspoken person when it comes to children being abused. You may be an outspoken person with all of your relationships because you don't allow people to dog you out and mistreat you, or not be the type of person to have your back when your back is turned. So in a nutshell, what I'm saying to you is that even though you get minimized by some people and you get ostracized and some people attempt to disrespect you and you do get rejected from being outspoken, do not change this attribute and this quality that you have. All of my life, I've come across certain people that have tried to silence me when they knew. See, this is the thing that you all need to know. People actually know that you're telling the truth about a particular person or a particular situation, but because it makes the room uncomfortable, because sometimes people are irritated, because people are not at a certain level where they are ready to confront certain things, they want you to shut up about it. That's what they do to outspoken people. They want you to shut up about it. They want you to be quiet about it. They don't want you to say certain things about issues, circumstances, and situations that are going on and how people have done certain things to you or to the people that you love. To all of my outspoken brothers and sisters, I just wanted to drop in today to let you know It is a God-given gift when you are the type of person who are courageous, when you are the type of person who are bold, you're bold, when you are the type of person who you stand firm, 10 toes down, and you are adamant about how you feel about certain things. But it is a learning process, because there were many times where I did speak out of turn. I was telling the truth about a lot of people and about a lot of things, but I was speaking out of turn, because when I would tell the truth about certain things or confront people about certain things, or I would reveal certain things that needed to be uncovered and revealed, it was not at the right time. It was not at the right moment. I did it presumptuously, but God has done a mighty work on me, my beautiful brothers and sisters, and he will continue to do that work in me as well as you all when you allow him to. There is indeed a time and a place for everything, but don't ever allow this evil, wicked, perverse world to shut you up and to make you be quiet about being outspoken about things that matter. There are so many things that matter. They need to be uncovered. They need to be exposed. They need to be revealed. They need to be confronted. They need to be talked about, because a lot of people, they're in the dark about a lot that's going on around us, a lot of things that's going on in the world, a lot of things that's going on within your family dynamic, a lot of things that's going on in the relationships and interactions that you have with people. And so who would you be if you were always quiet about everything? What would actually happen if everybody made a decision to just shut up and be silent about certain things? Some things that have been uncovered, some things that have been revealed, some things that have been exposed, it has brought change. It has saved the lives of certain people. It has catapulted people who were at the back of the line. It's a time and a season for it all. But don't you dare allow anybody to shame you for being outspoken. That is the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned, because I know you will forgive me in the morning.